When we first started planning our bucket, we decided right away it would be a 4-speed. There were several reasons for it. I always wanted to put together a 4-speed car. I haven't had a 4-speed since I was a teenager. Also, our local hangouts, the places where all the cars get together, the beach and whatnot, were all just a few miles from the house. I didn't think we needed overdrive. It's not like we're going to be going on long hauls with the car, except when we make it out to the Buckethead Bash, hopefully next year in 2012. There were a few things we had to do. Of course, the bell housing fit right in. The tranny mount and the tranny cross member is set up for a Turbo 350. They're the same size as, this is a T10, but same size as a Muncie and a T10, so everything fit in nicely there. We did change the pedals around. The rod that holds the pedals, we cut out and we put a 6.5-inch bolt in there, 6.5-inch long. We also put the pedals on bearings instead of the rod, the post that they were on before. We ordered an extra pedal from Josh. He had an angled pedal. We cut it and sliced it. It clears the floor, it clears the bell housing. What we did for the pedals as far as the bearings is we ground off the posts that they were mounted on. We ordered 1/2-inch bearings. They're 1.1 outside diameter, and we welded on, we got a piece of 1.1 inside diameter pipe, cut them into 5/16 slices, and welded them on the pedals, and then used spacers between them, and it worked out nicely. So we have pictures of that up in one of the galleries if you take a look, and if you have any questions, just shout. But it really made a big difference, especially with the clutch pedal. It rides real smooth. For the throwout bearing, we used a Ram hydraulic bearing, and towards the back, we cut off the mount for the power brake booster, put in a piece of angle iron, and used a Willwood master cylinder going to, see the rod, going to the pedal. That worked nicely. Pedal feels nice and smooth. You know, of course, we don't have a seat in the car, but just sitting on a piece of wood and working it, it feels nice. The power booster had to be moved out, so we welded it to the side of the angle iron, and then to give it some support, you can see a rod underneath that we welded in. My neighbor also made up this real nifty rod for the brake pedal. You can see that here. All right. We did have to notch the cross member to get it to clear, and we took some shoulder bolts with Teflon and welded nuts on, and those are just guides to keep that rod from flopping around. It seems to be working out very nicely so far. The one thing I would say is we ordered a street super shifter for it, and the problem with that is that when you're sitting in the car, the super shifter is up against your thigh. So we're going to take the stick off and we're going to move it out about 1.5 inches to the right, 2 inches to the right, but we still have time. The body's currently getting its body work done. When it gets fitted, we'll move the shifter over a little bit. The way the floor is on the Spirit car, there's plenty of room for 2 pedals. We checked all that out before we pulled the body off to get it over to the body shop. And the body shop is our backyard, sorry. And all's going well so far with it, so hopefully we have a good time and hopefully it works out nicely. So if you guys have any questions, just shout. Should be fun to drive, we'll see, and talk to you all soon. Bye.